Hey everyone, so I'm making this video so that those that were asking me on various forums, how did I go about linking 4 of my Neo Geo cabs to do a multi-link for League Bowling. And so yeah, pretty much I'm making this video so you guys can check it out and see how I have my setups running. I posted up pictures and a bunch of people are really curious about how I went about doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I linked my 4 cabs together. So we'll start off with the Neo 50 that I have here. I went ahead and added a DIN 8 plug tapping into the RGB on the 2 slot motherboard that I have in there. And then from there I went ahead and attached a SCART RGB cable to my FrameMeister, and then from my FrameMeister to HDMI out to my 62-inch LCD. And if you see, it looks pretty crisp. I don't know if once you guys see it through the camera or the way it films, if it's going to be as sharp as it looks in person, but it's really nice. Anywho, I'll go ahead and my flashlight point back here so you guys could see what I'm speaking of. So there's the motherboard. I don't have a case for it, so everything's kind of just out and exposed. But you see right there's the DIN 8 and the plug, and it goes up to my FrameMeister and to there. And so if you also look right over there, you see my Japanese card with League Bowling, and it's got 2 ports on there. And so you go ahead and you hook up to the first one for the first player, or the first cab. And you know, there's a little more to it. I'll go ahead and explain that, but then pretty much it runs around. And it's just a standard stereo auxiliary cord. It goes up this way into my big red, and it goes into what was my big red. It was a 2-slot cab that I went ahead and put a 4-slot into. And so I'll go ahead and open this guy up, light it up, and you see the cord, the auxiliary is going to the first slot right there. Then I have a second auxiliary going from there, going down, out and around, past those CPS2 motherboards in the back here into my Neo 29. And I have a 4-slot in here. And so what's cool about it is if you're using motherboards that have more than 1 card slot on it, you still can set up a multi-play. So in other words, you don't have to sacrifice, you know, your 4 setups or whatever just for 1 game. You know, you could go ahead and have multiple cards, and all it comes down is selecting the game on all 4 cabs, and then you're going through the process. But anyways, it goes from there into the first slot right there. Then there's the second slot, or the little port on there with the auxiliary that goes out the back, loops around, and goes into my Neo Geo Gold cab. And so this originally had a 2-slot in there, as you see, but I went ahead and put a 1-slot in there because I'm using that 2-slot in the Neo 50 for right now. So I'll light this up, and if you look in there, you see the auxiliary going into the first port, and that's pretty much how you link them. You also need to assign each motherboard to be assigned as like motherboard 1, motherboard 2, motherboard 3, and motherboard 4. Therefore, you get on motherboard 1, player 1, player 2, second, 3 and 4, and the third one, 5 and 6, and then the fourth one, 7 and 8. So I'll go ahead and switch my input here. And this is where this is the reference that I used, the pictorial reference. I got it from JamX Nation. Let's see, let this thing head up. It wants doing that. I'll go ahead and just kind of bend around. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I have 2 of my AESs hooked up also. And then with the League Bowling also, and that's a separate deal right there. But let's see, there we go. Let's get this going here. Okay, and so there we go. If you look right here, well, there's my buddy, an old school pic. I guess it's on what would this be called? Gallery mode, I suppose. That is pretty hilarious. I didn't see that coming, but we'll go ahead and go back. All right, there we go. That's much better. Okay, so you have cab 1, cab 2, 3, and 4, and then if you look it shows you the what you need, you know, and then the green means on, red is off, and so you just pretty much follow it this way. One thing I did notice was, for whatever reason, when I set mine up, Cab 2 and Cab 3 were switched it around. In other words, when I hit start and it links them all up, it tells me that Cab 2 is player 5 and 6, and Cab 3 is player 3 and 4. You know, and it's not a big deal, but I like to see it all in sequence. So what I did do is I set these two dip settings like this on Cab 2 and Cab 2's dip settings on Cab 3. And then that corrected my issue where after that, it gave me, player 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, all in a nice sequence. So I'll go ahead and switch it back over to my HDMI, let it do its thing. And while that's switching over, I guess I could show you guys what I got going on here. I've got a 229-inch Sony PVMs hooked up right here with a Japanese AES that I have a unibios in, and a Japanese AES that's just stock, besides, the LED or whatever. It's just, there's no unibios or anything in there like that. So I have 2 cards also for that, because this is kind of how I started first. I wanted to have the multi-link with the AESs, and then eventually I got the second AES, and I did that. And I think before that I was actually linking a CMVS with an AES, which you can in fact do. It just comes down to you having a unibios in your CMVS, assigning that to be an AES console, and you just plug them together and you press start on one, and it interfaces them. It's kind of cool how that works. But now I have 2 matching ones. And so anyhow, I guess I could show you guys how this would work. You go ahead and you press start to get this going here. Oh, it's already in gameplay. Cool. I guess earlier today I pressed start and this is still going before I started recording. So as you see, that's player 1, player 2, player 3, and player 4. So we'll just let that go through or whatever, and we'll go over here, we'll go through with what I wanted to show you guys. So to get this going, pretty much it just comes down to you selecting League Bowling there. I'm playing on Cab 1, League Bowling on Cab 2, League Bowling on Cab 3. This guy's running like that. So we'll go ahead and press start on Cab 1. We'll go down to multi-link, press A, press A again, and if you see, they're all linked up now. It's pretty cool. So go ahead and press start on player 2, start on player 3, player 4 start, player 5 start, player 6 start, 7 start, and 8 start. And now you see, they're all ready to go. So it's pretty cool, because if you have like a game night, some friends over or family or whatnot, you could definitely have a really kick-ass time with this setup like this. And that's kind of why I got this all set up. I really love League Bowling, but I host gaming meets every 2 months or so, and so we do like fighting games. And one of the games I've realized over the years that people really genuinely enjoy to play is League Bowling. It's a fairly simple game to pick up and get the hang of. It gets very competitive right away just because of the learning curve. It's just so easy to learn that it gets really good. It gets really good. As you see, everything works really good. So it's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I got a strike just like that. And it's pretty cool. Something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. Just the fact that another strike. How about that? That it takes time to get a setup like this going, because just you need to have the spacing. You have to have 4 Neo cabs, the motherboards. You need to have 4 carts. That can become very costly if you were to just want to go ahead and do it all in one shot. So I took my time. I took my time and searched around and waited to get the best deal on the carts. I don't believe that I paid more than $40 for any of the carts. And right now on eBay and other sources, they're selling for a little bit more than that. People are asking nowadays, $50 to about $80 for the carts, which I personally think is a little overpriced. But that's just my opinion. So I went ahead and just searched around until I found sellers that I knew personally that would give me a deal. And just on Sunday, the 4th cart was actually given to me as a gift from a friend of mine. And so yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's something I had been wanting to do, and it's finally happened. So I'm pretty stoked on that. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what it comes down to. I'm thinking next would be to get 4 Crash Rally carts, because that is a fun game also. I don't know if that does like a split screen per monitor. I think it may be just like 1 player per monitor, which I think would be pretty cool also, you know, because then you would get a bigger image, I'm assuming. I'd have to look into it, but I have played it before just on, you know, 1 player mode, and it's a fun game. So anywho, that's pretty much it. You know, it's not really complicated to do. It just comes down to getting all the hardware together and wiring it all up, and obviously having the space to set everything up, and ordering some cables long enough to reach each cab. And besides that, just, you know, going online and getting that that pictorial instructions on how to do it. And like I said, I found that on Jam X Nation's website, and so that helped a lot, because that initially helped me to get the process going, you know, when it came down to me wiring everything up. So it's always cool to have sources like that, you know, with useful information, and because I mean it did come in handy for me. Anywho, I'll let you guys go, I guess, at this point. I'll do a quick little spin of my place, you know, fan art that I've made, you know, some of my Neo AES cards, some of my MVS stuff, collectibles, G-Mantle rental poster or banner, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of my setup. And yeah, I'm thinking that if this works out and I, you know, enjoy the good and the bad review-wise as far as my setup, I may keep making videos. So, anyways, thanks for watching once again, guys, and until next time.